So I call it the Sharp framework for episode titles. And so it's making sure that your episode titles check these kind of 5 boxes here. And so it's specific, hooky, aligned, relevant, and polished. And so specific, I think that to me, copywriting, like the majority of good copywriting is just being specific with your language. And so I think a lot of times people take this broad, super broad, I think of this as like a dull topic, and not dull as in boring, but just as the opposite of sharp, where it just feels like there's nothing that is specific enough to get somebody to pay attention to it. And there's just so much content online that the more specific we can get with, again, this goes back to the topic selection, also the words that we're using in our titles, the more likely it is to pierce that bubble that we all have around us, kind of protecting our attention. Hooky makes sense. There's some hook to it. There's some kind of curiosity that it opens up where we want to know more. There's something that grabs us, makes us curious. Aligned or alignment, I think about this being about the title actually reflects what's in the episode. And so ideally, this is like the title leads into whatever the first bit of audio is, which leads into the first question. If you do an interview show, all of that is like the reason people will click play on an episode is because of the title. So we want to make sure that we actually get into that immediately, because otherwise they're like, oh, I thought this is going to be about this. And I've listened to so many episodes that take 30 minutes to get to what was promised in the title. And maybe it is, maybe you spend 20 minutes talking about that thing 30 minutes into the episode, but you've probably lost most of the people who actually wanted that thing at the start. And so think about that alignment between title and intro and first question, or like the first 5 minutes of the episode. And then relevant, we talked about again when it comes to the show title, but just thinking about using words that your people are already keyed up subconsciously to look for and bring to their attention. And then polished is just like, it reads nicely, it's pleasing. It's like a title you read and it looks well structured from a grammatical standpoint. And maybe a copywriting, there's something like please about the title as well. So that's the Sharp framework.